Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. As one, Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork you will not get anywhere else. A solid 10-mile run today. Got some decent weather, so felt easy. Felt like I can go for another 10 miles, to be 100% honest with you. But month, approaching February now. March, got some major half marathons to go through, so about to get on a strict diet, real strict diet going into February. So as far as today's Move Swiftly thought, recording this Tuesday, top 5 Tuesdays. I do every single Tuesday. We count down a top 5 of some, maybe it's a current event, whatever it is, maybe it's a list of something that happened throughout the weekend that I picked up on throughout the weekend that I feel as though it's important for me to discuss. And being that I am a guy who has been racially profiled on multiple occasions by all sorts of ethnicities, regardless, man, women, genders, ethnicities, regardless of who you are. You look at a name, look at a man like As One Crookshank, you're going to get profiled in some way, shape, form, and fashion, to the point where it starts to feel normal for me. This story came up with the, I think the name is Michael something, where this typical Ohio State fan bullshit, where some lady is she's spooked and she accidentally walks into the driveway trying to protect her kids. And now I'll dive into this later on in the live stream, but this happened months ago, literally months ago, and it's now becoming a national story because he does the episode and he's talking about he's in the Victim Olympics, and she profiled me in my own house, and now I'm scared for my life, all yada 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 yada. Again, I'll dive into the story later on the live stream, but this is why, the stories like this, again, something that happened 2 months ago, all of a sudden you still shaken up over it when you could have easily just walked up to the lady's house and, talked it out as adults and not made it some national story. This is why it provides another example as to why race hustling is such a big business. Top 5 reasons. That inspired today's top 5 list, or this week's top 5 list, is why race hustling is big business. Race hustling. If I wanted to be a million, listen, if I wanted to be a million, based on just race hustling, I could stoop this low. All right, race hustling is big business, and here are the top 5 reasons why. All right, coming in at number 5, it starts at the foundation in your formative years. Slavery is not properly taught in schools. It's not properly taught at all in schools, and I've been to every single type: public, private, liberal arts, you name it, Christian, Catholic school, you name it. The concept of slavery and what it was all about, the details in it, the stories in it, they didn't keep records, so it necessarily really can't be taught the right way because records weren't kept during those times. I was blessed enough and fortunate enough to have learned about it in the home with my sister and have a ground, a moral compass to stand on when I was broached with the subject. So I strongly recommend you start teaching it in your home in a way in which it isn't going to lead to what number 2 is. Number 2 on this list is emotions, all right? The reasons race hustling is such a big business is because it's easy to convince people when they're emotionally charged up about something that they don't know. You're just feeding off of their emotions, all right? And that leads me to number 3. We have the internet, which is the wild, wild west, where you can put out certain things to make it look like it was something that it wasn't. If I didn't have my own intellect and if I didn't have my own ability to judge certain situations, I would probably take this guy's side, because he put the video that's out there is a video of this woman screaming, help, 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 and she seems like the victim. She seems like she's scared of him and all that kind of stuff, and you hear her like tearfully apologizing and all that kind of stuff. So it seems like she is, obviously judging or racially profiling him based on only the clips that went out. So that's number 3, the internet. You can put clips out in a way that makes people assume certain things. And number 4 is it's always a scapegoat, because you can't control it. You can't control what color you are. You can't control what gender you can't control how you feel. You can't control the fact that you could be out jogging with your kids and some lunatic, somebody regardless of the neighborhood, somebody could come up and do something. Hold on, let me cross the street. Somebody could come up and do something, and a mother's intuition is that of to protect her child when she's running and she's with her kids and all that kind of stuff. So you could always use race as a scapegoat, all right? And finally, number 5, it's good money. Straight up, it's good money. Race hustling is a business, and when it comes to the folks who are great race hustlers, there's just good money in it, straight up and down. Ain't nobody, listen, it's good money. It's good, solid cash going into race hustling, because so much of these questions and everything that I said from 1 through 4, there's unsolvable problems. They're not problems that are actually able to solve, because again, the history books, when it comes to slavery and these records weren't kept, so much of it is unknown. So it's just kind of open-ended for people to assume and interpret things based on their own life experiences. And if you do it the right way, and again, a lot of these race hustlers out there, they're really damn good at what they do. I've said it on multiple occasions, they're really good at what they do. They can come in the form of intellectual, like professors. They can come in the form of comedians. I mean, the amount of things that this lady has had to go through just in these couple weeks, whether it's a comedian making fun of the situation, or if it's somebody that's, turned into some serious, oh my God, he could have been, like, let's playing on it. I mean, they're not caring about how much this woman's business has been ruined. Had it not been for great people like Brandon Tatum that had her on the show, and I heard her side, and then I also heard the other guy's side on Shannon Sharp's podcast and all that, him and Ocho. Again, I'll dive deeper into this later, but that's it. Again, race hustling is big business. I'll recap the reasons. Number one, slavery wasn't properly taught in schools. Number two, it's easy to convince people when they're emotional about something. Number three, the internet's the wild, wild west. Number four, it's always a scapegoat. Number five, plain and simple, it's good money in race hustling. All right. So like I said, I'll dive deeper into all these reasons, and I'll document everything in the live stream in about an hour, 2 hours from me recording this. Main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work, makeyamove.com. That's MAKEYAMOVE.com. One-stop shop for your teamwork and your self-development needs. As one, Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker. Check it out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.